wasn't it? And he's just your 1100 metre speed horse. Put him in the race. Of course, there was a little bit of late carnage, but he was just too slippery.
Absolutely, and 4 in a row now, so he's got that adaptability, but obviously Tommy Berry read the play there on Saturday. He half thought about it when King of Pop was looking to maybe cross him, and then he punched up. I think that was the winning play, but we'll get to Wodeton. I think he was going to go pretty close, but they had to dismiss. There was no protest, but it would have been dismissed anyway.
It was just the margins, isn't it? But we'll never know because he was just starting to build up his revs, and we'll have a look at the replay right now, and you can make up your own mind, but at the end of the day, it's just guesswork. Raging Force was the one who got away with it, and he'll march towards a run to the Rose, and the stable will reassess from there.
Absolutely, and I think there was just so much merit to this win as well. So yes, the race was only run at a moderate to even speed, but when you have a horse like King of Pop like that, just giving you no peace throughout, being in this one position, and you're just trying to travel throughout the whole way, and then you've got a horse like Baywack who immediately sprints up out inside you, and then for Raging Force to still accelerate off that tempo and to have all that pressure outside of him throughout the run, to run that 1084, that 400 to 200 metres, I thought this is a really big effort there. As you can see, Wodeton starting to come through the inside there. Really looks like he's going to surge and go back up into the face. He just lays in there slightly there, Raging Force, and then he comes again that final 200 metre split. So I thought Wodeton was great. Baywax was very strong there to be 3 wide out on a limb first up. And then Devil Knight, there's probably a few differing opinions, but he did clip heels around that 600 metre mark. He did have to carry the penalty as well, and I liked how he kept coming back through the line. So this is where all the merit lies, though. So the 30.65 against the 30.28. So they've gone that moderate to even speed, but then they've run faster time, which they should do than the 78, that 64.06. But then the margin spread throughout and the quality in the back end section as well. So you can really bonus up this race, the Group 2 San Domenico Stakes. So the time's there, and then flicking over to that final 600 metre splits of the entire meeting there. Wodeton's at the top, 33.3. Then you've got Raging Force, 33.35, and obviously Rivellino as well, who probably had the race shape against, but it was just a little bit awkward out of that barriers, that 33.4. And that final 200 metre splits there, Raging Force again, 11.31. Rivellino, the equal 11.31, and Devil Knight, 11.29. So Wodeton obviously fell off there because it was impeded there, that final 200 metres. So looking at that, I think he can definitely now go to the Run to the Rose and be competitive over the 1,200 metres. The 14, what about, do you think? In the back of my mind, it looks a little, I'm not sure. He does have the adaptability, as we said. He can take the sit rather than having to lead. But just looking at the 1,400 metres is probably more Wodeton's wheelhouse in my mind.
You would think so. Yeah. He does scream 1,100 metres, dry track, Rose Hill. That was his race.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does in a run to the Rose and whether there is the temptation to push on or maybe go to a Coolmore. I'm sure everything's on the table. He's a horse that has been up for a while. So the market as it currently stands in the Golden Rose, you've got Nepotism as your current favourite. He looks to be trialling quite nicely. Wodeton was just $7 into $6, little trim up. Autumn Boy, he trialled okay. He wasn't asked to do a lot. And then you've got Raging Force now into an $11 chance in the 4th line of betting. So off that first page, what have you got eyes for there?
Autumn Boy. Yeah, we were talking about it before. So he did Militarise was first up there in the Run to the Rose and then went to the Golden Rose and won. So maybe Autumn Boy is the same profile, but I really like Autumn Boy as a horse. It'd be interesting to see what they do with him in the spring. Maybe they only give him a small spring and then big autumn. Not sure, but I just really like him as a horse. He really got my eye through winter.
Golden Rose into the Guineas, and then we'll see what happens thereafter. So that's your current Golden Rose market. That's the 3-year-olds. We'll see what eventuates over the coming weeks and the coming months. It's now time to turn our attention towards a hidden gem.